Right on. Well, you guys, first song, take it away. This is the Stone Messiahs.
Probably higher than anybody that you'll ever see. My eyes are so shut, so red on the inside. But that's alright, cause I got nothing left to hide. Walking into the courtroom, smiling, while everybody else is leaving, crying. Being charged with a felony. I'm being charged with a 420 day. And that's just the way it is, yeah. When you live like me, God knows. A lot of weeds is giving right to label me as an underachiever, but I'm soon to make a believer. And let you understand where we're coming from. It's where the others that don't want to see it get done. Take it back and make it ours. In this world we're all stars. And that's just the way it is, yeah. When you believe like me, no. I smoke a lot of pot, smoke a lot of weed, and I'm probably higher than anybody that you'll ever see. My eyes are so shut, so red on the inside. There's a rock inside, got nothing left to hide. Walking in the courtroom, smiling, while everybody else is leaving, crying. Being charged with a felony. I'm being charged with the 420.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stone Messiahs, that was awesome. I cannot believe that was sweet. You guys tore it up here in the studios. Chabot, you guys got to be proud of these guys right here. They tore it up right there. That was awesome. Now, it's hard to categorize your kind of music. It's sort of, I guess you could say it has a Red Hot Chili Peppers feel to it. What do you think about that?
I think definitely Red Hot and Sublime, they're like kind of been a big influence, you know, to our music and stuff. But not only that, we're just trying to, just get out there and put our name out there. So, yeah.
Now, Sal, do you write the songs just all by yourself, or do you guys collaborate on that kind of stuff?
It's a collaboration between all of us. Any one of us just comes up with an idea. We bring it to the chalkboard, and then we all just put in our 2 cents, and then, it makes it what it is.
That's sweet. You guys got a really fun sound. Jeff, where do you get your ideas on guitar to come up with those cool beats and those cool rhythms? They sound pretty tight.
I just try to go with, I just practice, just play a lot of things. I come across an idea, I like it, I dig it, I just kind of work on it for a while, and a lot of times I'll come up with an idea and I'll bring it over to Sal or Trevor, and then a lot of times I get the input from them as well, so a lot of times it takes a new form by the time we actually put it together as a song.
So playing together, how long have you guys been playing together, first of all?
We Trevor and I, or Zero over here, we both joined the band around the same time. It was probably about 2 years ago. About 2 years. So we started doing shows maybe about four or 5 months after we started rehearsing, and we've been just trying to keep ourselves busy since then.
So have you guys been in any other bands before, Jeff?
Yeah, I used to play in a band back in the early '90s. It was like more of a metal band called Further, and I went from there, and then I went to another band called the Moth Hour. Zero's been in the scene even longer than I have. He's been playing drums since he was like age 5, and going back even to like the late '80s, he was in the scene then. Sal's kind of like the newcomer in the band. He's he actually started the Stone Messiahs before we were even in the band, and he had a couple other drummers, a couple other guitar players in the band. They actually had the original drummer from Sublime, I think, when he originally started, and that just didn't kind of work out. So he was kind of the main driving force. He actually, when I first joined the band, he had most of the songs established, and we kind of just worked off of that. So he's the one that comes up with most of the really good ideas.
Yeah, when you said that he was the beginner to the band, it was very hard to tell because he looked really good playing the bass and singing at the same time. How difficult is that for you to do that right now?
Now it just kind of comes natural and stuff. I guess at first it was a little bit more harder, but it's like we were looking for a singer for a long time and we couldn't find one, and I said, what the heck, I started writing lyrics, and then I just practiced, and then having these guys behind me as a solid backbone, it makes it a lot easier, so if I ever slip up, I know I got my drummer right there, keeping on track, and then Jeff, is just awesome too, so I gotta give it up for both these guys. They make it a lot easier, but it's a little hard, but you can do anything you want to if you just practice enough, put your mind to it.
Yeah, you guys seem to work pretty well as a team, Zero. Where do you come into it? What kind of stuff do you bring? A lot of energy to the band?
A lot of excitement, a lot of energy, a lot of not so much trying to be a solid one double bass drummer or doing one. I do all types of influences. Mainly my influences come back from the England scene of like real progressive rock, and it's been a real driving force in me. And just meeting up with these guys is just like like the completion of my bass, my rhythm section. He's the completion of what my ideas are as far as the tones are concerned. And it's really as three of us, it's a driving force. There were at one point four of us, but we seem to click a lot better as a three-piece band, and it's like now that we don't have like a lot with Limp Bizkit has 5 people in their band. All these bands have 5 people or 6, 7 people in the band, and we're doing with the 3-piece what they're doing with 6, 7, 5 people, and that makes it more intriguing to the person who watches and listens.
Yeah, it's all about how well the people get along, how well they collaborate together, because if you got 4 or 5, 6 people, it's not going to make a difference if you guys don't get along and cooperate on what you guys are trying to make happen with your music, make it live, make it sound good, make people understand what you guys are trying to get through. So, first of all, after all of that, I want to know, where did you guys come up with the name Stone Messiahs, and what does it really mean? Is it something religious, or is it just your reality?
Actually, it has 2 meanings and stuff, and my brother helped me derive the idea and stuff. He was like, man, you got to come up with an awesome name. I was like thinking like, what? We're thinking The Stone, and he's like, no, The Stone Messiahs. He's like, but at first, when he made up the name, he's like, that's going to bring you a lot of controversy and stuff, and I was like, that's all right, what I'm saying, because personally, I believe in God, and I believe that, God's helped me out through a lot of things in life, so there's no question, of my faith, and I just want to express that through music, I'm saying, just a positive vibe, and to help people, do whatever they want, to believe in themselves, and like God's helped me to do, and I'm trying to do that, so that therefore I'm a messenger, and we are messengers here to deliver a message, and of just unity, of love, and not letting the world and money get in the way of everything, what I'm saying?
Exactly, the Messiah was a messenger, of course, as everyone who studies religion knows. And what about the first part of your name, the Stone Messiahs? Does that just, it obviously doesn't mean that your religion is messed up. It probably brings into the reality part of your world and the band.
Once again, there's 2 points. One is like whenever you're trying to talk to somebody and tell them about God and how, for instance, they might have helped you out in your life, and if they're not a believer in any way or something like that, it feels like they want to pick up a stone and just like throw a stone at you. Like, get away from me, man. I don't need to hear that nonsense. I'm tired of people preaching to me. I'm tired of this. Okay, he helped you. Just get away from me. And I kind of felt like when I was younger and I was a lot more into it, and I was trying to preach to people all the time, even though I might not have known everything, but I was still trying. I thought I was doing the right thing. I felt like people were always stoning me, what I'm saying, and trying to get me out, get out of here, man. We don't want to hear your stuff. Not only that, but me as a pot activist, I do believe in pot, and it has many, necessities for the earth, help out the earth in many ways and stuff, and I think people need to open up their eyes, so, and then, you can be stoned and be one with God, God loves you even if you smoke weed, so I think that was a whole part of it,
Exactly. Weed comes from the earth, and God is the one who made the earth, so I don't think anyone should have a problem with lighting up a joint or something, or doing something that they enjoy that makes them feel better about life and being a human being and helping them live, a more productive life on this earth. Some things get you upset to a certain extent that you have to release some stress, and that's one of the ways to do it, and I'm sure that God has no problem with that whatsoever. But you guys play a lot of shows. How many shows do you guys play in a month, would you say?
Well, we do like about at least like 4 shows a month, and we're trying to get more shows booked. It's just we're kind of getting to a point where we're just kind of being a little more selective about the shows that we want and that we want to play and everything. So we kind of been minimizing our shows a little bit, but we usually play average about 4 shows a month.
Awesome. And what's usually the atmosphere at your kind of shows? Is it crazy, or is it just people just around to have fun and a good time?
Usually, a little bit of both. Usually a lot of people just having a really good time. Usually a really good vibe, at our shows and everything. We're just there for the music, and everybody's having a good time. And everybody usually works, works a hard week and everything. So it's just kind of like, it's kind of, a place where people can get out and just have a good time. And it's kind of what I feel what we're all about.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of venues for people to play in the East Bay area that I've known for well. Most of the places I've been to were like Gilman Street or the Cocodrie in San Francisco, Maritime Hall. But it's good to see that a place in Hayward is actually opening up business for these young upcoming bands, local bands. Zero, where are you guys going to play at in Hayward on Friday?
We're going to play at the Holiday Bowl. We're going to play it at, it starts at 9 o'clock. We're playing with 6 Liter and I believe Dissolution. And, really it's our manager. Our manager had an idea, a vision that, he saw us at a show one time, went to go see somebody else completely, saw us at a show and said, you know what? I could do the same thing these guys are doing and even better. And, at first when he first started this, he said, I hope I do real good with this. And now we're looking at almost a year later, that he's got over, I'd say 40, 50 bands that are sending him CDs, demos. Hey, man, can we come play at your venue? Can we play at your venue? And that's what's going to help us get to where we play now is a small place, it's the bar. But the more people that come in, it's going to be able to eventually fill up to where we can play the real place, which is the Holiday House.
Yeah.
And that's, located right next to the Holiday Bowl. And, hopefully we can just get to where we can get enough venues in there, people in there, and it'll just be really good. And, it's just a really great atmosphere as far as I'm concerned. It's just a lot of mellow, kickback people and a lot of great musicians. And it really takes musicians nowadays to make the music. It doesn't take somebody who can sit there and say, I picked up the guitar 2 years ago, and look I'm in a great band now, and I can do 3 punk chords. And that's not about it. What it all pertains to is musicianship. When you take your instrument, do you take it lightly? Do you take it seriously? You just got to be into what you do.
Definitely, you got to be into what you do. You got to be with your friends. You got to do something that you love. You got to have fun with it. Don't worry about where you're going to be in a few years. Just have fun with it. Keep rolling. That's what music's all about. And so, you guys are not gonna change the channel, trust me, because coming up we got more Stone Messiahs playing live in the studio here, and we're gonna have a little more about where they're playing next. Holiday Bowl, you heard it here this Friday. You guys want to go check it out? It's gonna be a cool show. It's 21 and older. We'll be back here on the spot. Don't miss it. Big live show coming up.
Pull your weight.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to On the Spot. I'm your host once again, Matt Gannon. And if you just tuned in, we got a live band in the studio, a live local band from Fremont, California, the Stone Messiahs. They're a pretty awesome band. We heard a song from them earlier today. I guess we can compare them to a little bit of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe a little bit of POD in that. A lot of hip hop brought into your songs. How does that go together? Hip hop and rock getting in together with that?
I can't say we're definitely not the first ones to do it, but like Sublime, they did it really well, just bringing the funk and the rock and the hip hop all together, and it's not like just specifying what you're gonna play and just playing one sort of music. We just kind of just want to write different songs as long as it's a killer song. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we feel, in our heart, that's kind of what we pour out there. So, and I guess me, I'm not a person. I'm not the greatest singer, a person as I feel, so I guess I kind of end up flowing the lyrics a little bit more, so that's probably where the hip-hop, I think, comes a little bit more in effect.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how good of a singer you are, as long as your lyrics make sense and they mean something to you, and you're getting your message across to the people that you want to, hear your message, especially when you're playing bass at the same time. It's very difficult to play guitar and sing at the same time, keep those chords going and sing at the same time, keep it in sync together. And it's something that you don't have to worry about your voice too much because you got all those things going on for you, and it sounds pretty good from what I've heard so far, along with the guitar and the drums together. So what we're gonna do now is have you guys play another song, and we'll get to hear a little more of the Stone Messiahs right here on Chabot TV.
That's all I really gotta say to you. Digging your back just like a whale. Really you're living inside of a dream, and when you wake up you'll understand what I mean. Come on. This is Amazon Sunrise. Amazon Sunrise. Amazon Sunrise. Why you always gotta criticize? Give it a chance and legalize. Before they think I make my mind go wet. Look at me now, what must be shut up? This is Amazon Sunrise. Amazon Sunrise. The Amazon Sunrise. Why you always tripping? Why you tripping on me? Is this the way that it's supposed to be? I'm only trying to get through this world that you're trying to. But every day seems so demanding, and then it becomes overwhelming. Trying but escape because you just don't escape no more. open your eyes. Gotta make it show you do. Why you always come to the sacrifice and attention? Is it too big of a prevention? Cause you see, doing what we wanna do, being true to the Lord, we love you. This is Amazon Sunrise. Amazon Sunrise. Amazon Sunrise. Why you always tripping? Why you tripping on me? This is the way that it's supposed to be. I'm only trying to get to this world that you're trying to. But every day seems so demanding. And then it becomes so overwhelming. Trying to find the schedule, cause it just ain't gonna skate no more.
That song was sweet. It was a long, sweet song. That was like a ballad. I don't know where you guys came up with that song. What were you guys thinking or feeling when you wrote that song? It felt like it was pretty heartfelt.
You know, actually what happened was I remember Sal came up with the riff at a practice one time, and I didn't really care that much for it. And then one of Zero's friends was like, you know, he was saying, he's like, yeah, that new song you guys got, that Amazon Sunrise or whatever. He's like, yeah, that's a song. And I was just like, what? You know, I would have probably let the riff go, and it probably would have been lost. But you know, if it wasn't for Zero's friend, you know, he really liked it, so we started working on it after that, and became one of Zero's favorite songs anyways. And
so you guys like getting feedback from other people as well to see if they like the song before you go on with it, like your friends and everything. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of times another one of our songs, "The Secret Weapon," which is the title track on our CD. Actually, a friend, one of our friends was over, and he's like, yeah, man, the Stone Messiahs, man, you guys bring the ruckus when you guys come and play. And then we're like, yeah, that's it, you know. And we, you know, that came to be the main lyric for the chorus of the song and everything. So yeah, we definitely we like to get a lot of the input from our friends and everything as well. It's helped us out a lot.
Oh well, yeah. I saw you told me earlier that you were in a metal band before, and in that song, I saw a lot of your metal guitarist things coming out. How long have you been playing guitar?
I picked up the guitar probably back in about '89 or '90 or something like that. I took some guitar lessons when I was really young. I was about 8 or 9 years old. I took lessons for about 4 or 5 months, and I broke my wrist, and I didn't pick it back up until I was about 15 years old. And then that's when I just really just started practicing and really dedicated myself to learning to play the guitar.
Cool, yeah. It's good to get lessons early in life to learn how to play. I guess you pick up things a lot earlier when you're younger.
Subconsciously, I think you pick something up. You know, I think it must have helped me in a certain way, because when I was really young, I didn't really pick it up at all. But you know, when I tried it again later, I picked it up really quickly.
That's cool. That's cool. How about you? You take any drum lessons or anything, Zero?
No, I didn't take drum lessons. It's an interesting little story that goes with that. I started playing when I was 5, and you know, because of my family background, my grandpa, he played with Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys and Route 66. You know, a bunch of old, you know, country, western, hick. You know, so that was pretty much my musical roots, gene-wise. But my stepfather Steve turned me on to numerous bands that were blues-oriented, bluegrass-oriented, rock and roll. And I went to go take a lesson over at Spitzer's Music in Concord, and my mom walked away, and she came back like 20 minutes later, and I was standing outside, and she goes, well, what are you doing in here? And I guess, you know, the teacher wanted to talk. She said, ma'am, I don't need to teach your son anything. He's already got the basics down. And that was thanks to a guy who lived across the street from me who had a nice, beautiful beautiful red glossy drum set Ludwig.
Yeah, you
was it,
you
you
seem
know.
like a natural banger to me. You just seem like you're ready to get behind those drums and just start banging at them anytime.
Any given time, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good to have natural talent, have that that's something that you actually want to do and sit down and do it. When you're 5 years old, you pick that up. That's sweet.
Yeah, listening to a lot of records and following Neil Peart from Rush, just topped off a lot of my tricks and my splash work and stuff like that. It's just, and I still get influenced by Billy Cobham. Just a bunch of variety drummers. And they're just it's just really really helpful.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to one more song with you guys. You're going to take us out. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for being here.
Thanks.
It was really sweet seeing you guys play live, and Friday we'll be there. And oh yeah, I was going to ask you if you guys are signed to a label or anything.
We're not signed. We're still independent. We're just putting the stuff out right now. If anybody sees us, they're interested. Just hit thestone.com and contact us that way. And we got our CD right here. It's where is it? CD Warehouse in Newark off Cedar and Jarvis. So if you guys want to come down there and if you like what you're hearing, come check it out and help support the band.
That's right. You heard it here. The Stone Messiahs live in the studio. They're going to take us out. Once again, I was Matt Gannon. It was fun being here with the Stone Messiahs. Have a good night, everybody. They're going to take us out.